Cancer is given, why is you yelling? So somebody yelling at you and you're just kind of like, you look a mess. Even if this is somebody older than you, you're like, I'm an adult now. You don't need to yell at me, or don't go at nobody else yelling at someone else's kids, because they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Okay. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on. I also feel like you're being cheered on. If there's something that you know you're supposed to be doing, give it 6 to 9 months, 6 to 8 months. Get, consistent hard work. You'll start to see some type of increase, some type of stability. All right. Have some type of confidence in what you're doing. Okay, so there could be a choice. You need to make a choice. Maybe you're trying to feel like if you have everything that you need when it comes to a relationship and or this choice. But again, there's somebody around you who's nagging. They lie, they yell. It's just a lot of conflict, This person is insecure. And maybe you feel like it's time for you to move along. There's some type of misunderstanding. This could be your mother. If this is not your mother, this could be like your child's mother. There could be 2 women in the same household. But I feel like this is 2 adult women. Maybe the mother is older, and then the daughter, who's still the adult, works from home. And the daughter feels suffocated by the mother, but they have to be at home because there was some type of transition, or it's like, someone got evicted from their home or whatever, so they moved back in with their mom or something like that, and there's some type of conflict with the mom. And you're just like, okay, I'm just doing everything that I can to kind of have a smooth conversation, for us to be peaceful, for us to both kind of just have some type of logic about this. Like, you're trying to move smart. Something about 616 or 919. 6161. 16, 15, 51, 82, 28, 45, 54. This is somebody's age, birthday. You could be dealing with a Leo, a Libra, an Aries, a Cancer, a Gemini, an Aquarius. Have you on Aquarius, a Gemini, a Capricorn, or a Sagittarius? There's also somebody that you have a relationship with. Who is this person? You're not really sure what they got going on, what kind of transition they're going through, or what stage of life that they're in. This could be somebody that's younger than you for sure. This could be a fire on the earth sign, a masculine. They're going to come to you. Maybe they feel like they're trying to get everything that they need to create some type of situation for themselves. They're going to ask you for some type of idea. They're going to ask you about some type of clarity. If you knew that something was going to be unstable, if you knew something wasn't going to work. You also may get some type of clarity of what someone in their life do for work. And although this brings some type of success or like vitality, somehow you regret something. What is it that you regret? You were confident that this person needed to be redirected. So it's giving, Cancer, you're a best friend, or you're someone's sibling, you're someone's parent, and you were like, hey, I know that you're in this relationship. I'm confident that this ain't the person that you need to deal with. I'm like, for real, you need to walk away from this person. You need to go ahead and start over, end it immediately. Like, you don't need to be in your head about it. It just is what it is. You need to figure out how y'all can, talk like y'all have to, move like you need to, but you need to have your emotions balanced and go towards someone else. Okay, cool. You stood on that. You was promoting that to this person. Well, now it seems like the person that you were telling them to walk away from has some type of stability. And now you're in your head like, damn, I don't know if I caused this breakup, or, if I should have put my 2 cents into this communication or this relationship. And now you want to go balance this out and kind of come off as a friend. But I feel like once you discover something about a Gemini or a Taurus, you're going to feel like some type of burden. Or maybe you're even discovering something about the police or the authority or something that's going on in the court system. You're going to feel like it's a burden to go and try to wrap this up with this person. And you feel like, well, this relationship is what it is, and it actually may get into some type of conflict because over the time you were supporting some type of bullshit. You were in the game, you were willing to play, you were all into some type of mess, and now you want to kind of double back on it, or they want to double back with you. Okay. All right. What else is going on today for Cancer? You could be moving on for sure. It's like hit the road, Jack. It is what it is. Somebody also could be having some type of car issues where you're either depending on someone else to pick you up. You're driving somebody else's car. Maybe you don't have a car and you use a train, a bus, whatever the case may be. Something about a purple necklace or a purple lipstick or just the color purple in general. The movie, The Color Purple. You also could be moving on from someone that just looks like they had it all. The person that you thought was your person, they were flashy. They had, whatever it is that you needed, the point that you said you had some type of real concern. They came off as a nice guy, but there's something that needs to end. You may get a message, or you may see something that may concern you, and you may realize like, yeah, I gotta protect myself. Like, I'm glad I stopped doing this, or I'm glad I, whatever. And honestly, you may kind of be mad that they didn't even tell you. It's like somebody has some type of health concern, or they have some type of child that's coming. There's something that's happening, and you like, damn, you could at least tell me. But it's cool because I was giving myself love anyway, so I'm not even worried about it. Maybe you wanted to go have sex with someone, or somebody wanted to come sleep with you. Again, there was some type of health concern. Somebody was sick. There was something that they wasn't expressing, and if you would have just gave into it, you would have been fucked up somehow, some way. Maybe they still not telling you now. Maybe you'll just see it or whatever. All right, what else for Cancer? All right, so something may be disappearing soon. You may be like, where is this? I thought that this was here. I thought I placed this here. You may feel like somebody's removing something, taking stuff out, or moving stuff, or where you put it. Make sure you're not abandoning your gift. There's something that you need to be doing, tackling, getting started, or whatever the case may be. Even if this is like an entrepreneur type of business, whatever. You're too focused on the end game to get started. You need to just get started. Play it. Okay? You don't have to be super serious when you get started. Just kind of go with the flow and see where it lands you. Be in the childlike spirit. Just kind of go with it. Okay? Something could be going on with your child. If you know that your child is someone that have a lot of sexual partners, or whatever the case may be, they may be trying to hold themselves back right now. Either they want a new beginning, or they feel like there's some type of familiar situation that they're about to go through, and they're not sure what this journey is going to be like and how it's going to affect their finances. You also could have a child that feels like either you're hovering over them too much, like they don't have any room to breathe, any way to kind of move, and they're slowly but surely disconnected from you. And it's kind of like, dang, I can't wait till I get out of this house. I'm going far away, or I can't wait, whatever the case may be. Or you have a child that's concerned about jail, or that's contained like in a medical facility because they have some type of health concern, like somebody's sick or somebody's in a hospital or whatever, and for some reason you can't really call them, or you can't get to them because maybe you don't have a car or something that's going on. I don't know, maybe you feel like it's a long road to recovery. They don't have the insurance or whatever the case may be. You wasn't expecting something. And honestly, you may go to someone. Let's say, for instance, you know someone that comes into some type of finances or whatever the case may be. You may go to them like, hey, I have this. What's going on? Could you help me? You're going to want to see if they'll take the high road and be mature and help you change something when it comes to your stability, and or just provide something. Like, even if they have it in excess. It's like somebody that has 2 cars. It's like, do you mind that I, drive your car? Do you mind that I do this, and the third? I have the situation that's going on. Okay. Confirmations. Again, somebody could just be coming to you. Look, the rose of defense. Confirmation for Cancer. Alright, something about a particular dress, an outfit, or getting dressed up. Someone could be living a double life. It's time to walk away. They're just vindictive, okay? You're thinking too far in advance, okay? So take it with baby steps, one day at a time, especially when it comes to this new business. There could be an birthday event that you're invited to. Someone could miscount it and or counted you out. Just let them do so. Something will not benefit you. It's time for you to walk away. There's if you had a time frame question, the answer is Capricorn, or by Capricorn season. There may be somebody that needs safe foods, or they have safe foods, like they only eat comfort foods or things that they know. They don't really go outside the limits when it comes to testing new things. What's with this Capricorn? Alright, this person got out of some type of adversity, or if you're worried about a time frame, you will be out of this adversity by Capricorn season. Okay. Yeah, it seems like they kind of came into who they are and or their energy. And maybe some type of support, or some type of, they've healed from some type of relationship. They got out of it. They came into who they are. Maybe you're watching this person. This is the person that could be going into some type of well, and they ended it with someone else. And maybe they get some type of fulfillment from themselves, and any kind of lies that they feel like it's, you coming towards them to seduce them, or whatever kind of lies that they're not going to be committed to. They're going to turn their back because they want to get married. They want someone that's going to actually clear their thoughts and not get them any type of confusion. Okay. But you feel like this could be some type of sweet love. You feel like you guys could have some type of mutual feelings. You have some type of good intentions for them. You just feel like you're down on your luck right now. And if at the point that you get some type of high honor, that you guys can kind of connect. You guys can have some type of relationship. It says sad news, but it's giving delusion. Alright, so trust yourself. Find your good news. Find some type of balance for yourself. And then you'll go from there. You'll be guided to which way is for you. Don't force somebody to try to be with you. It's not going to work like that. But let's get it. Outcome. And this is a relationship between a Cancer and a Capricorn. Outcome. Because maybe they just don't know. And I said maybe they don't know. They do know. They do know. What do they know about this relationship? Honestly, and I want to feel like you could low-key be someone that knows who they were dealing with. You could have known that whoever they were dealing with is unstable. They can feel like you're unstable when it comes to your body, whatever the case may be. I don't think they're not going to evaluate this at all. They're going to be in their head for a second, like, should I? And they're going to move on. They are. They're not going to entertain it. They already know that this is not an adventure that they want to go towards, and they're going to escape and go towards someone else. They're trying to change their lifestyle when it comes to dealing with people who lie. With people who are not willing to learn their lesson, who are going to put them in competition or any type of like resentment about who they choose. They don't want to play no type of manipulative game, especially when it deals with their love life. Okay, either you or them. All right, final confirmations for Cancer. Somebody's cool with your hater. They came out for Virgo, so you can be dealing with the Virgo. You are more equipped now to build, so try to do so. Someone's trying to keep a secret. Shh, don't tell. You could be admiring yourself in the mirror. Somebody can't get enough of you, or you should admire yourself more in the mirror. All right, let's see. Who don't want you to know? Don't tell who. But who's saying this? Somebody wants you to consider, like, oh, well, do you remember? Do you remember when, your kid was first born? Well, do you remember? This could be a Sagittarius. Don't tell a Sagittarius. This could be a Virgo, or a Virgo saying, hey, don't tell someone else. This could be a Leo. Somebody needs to accept something, but they're still in denial. This also could be an Aquarius. Or a Pisces. Okay? Somebody's like, shh, don't tell them. Let's figure out what they don't want to tell you. What's how to be hidden? What's being hidden? Somebody joined into some type of chaos for their own pleasure. They wanted to cause some type of disruption. Somebody thought that you were going to surrender something. The plan was for you to surrender something, to give up something that was comfortable for you to experience some type of pain. For you, they stopped recording again. But it's like, oh, somebody dodged a bullet. Long story short. And they were trying to hide it. Okay.